Which it wouldn't be that long. Here we are, back in the action. I'm Boggs, joined by Laz. ATK versus Brazen on Mirage. Map 1 of this best of 3 on your screens. Jacob Halfman on the sticks, being our producer and observer today. And here we go, Brazen on the T side, Swisher on the dualies on the CT side. Missed him playing that retake A setup, holding back towards ticket booth. He's just going to fall back as the team will rotate back to gain a foothold back into this site. A push into CT though from Rezu. This could find something here. A flash goes in as well. They're stacked up towards spawn. MOTM gets one but gets traded out. Missed him chimes in with another. Messa Me Duck. I might just call him Duck at this point. That's a very long name. Or Messa Me. Either way, Mistim's coming in, Bowden's coming up, and now it's going to be players from Brazen getting the kills. Dane with one, but the Ninja could come through. There's a kit in hand. No, it's on the ground, and Grape's dome too. Mistim trying to get something out of it. Knives out for Grape, and nothing getting done. Mistim whiffing his shots, not connecting on the heads. Spams away. Knife is out, holding, and there he goes. Shake in the front. Grape gets the kill, and Grape will be the hero of the round, putting up 3 big kills, and the knife is some serious cash in his pocket.
Oh, what a good way to get that first round, right? I mean, Grape now is able to get a huge bonus with a knife kill, and I love that patience that we saw in there. You can see that he's just sitting in the smoke waiting. His teammates were able to communicate, yeah, he's off of it. Don't move at all. You can just sit here and wait. But already now we're getting a match pause coming in after that big pistol round, and looking like Brazen's actually going to call this. So this is actually not a, let's say a little surprising, I think, here, Boggs.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shock to me, actually, considering they just had a big win on the pistol round. At the very least, they got the bomb down, which is mission number 1 that you want to accomplish on your T side. You can force into the rounds, no problem there. But they win the round on top of it all. Maybe there was some sort of minor issue, somebody needed to reboot TeamSpeak or something like that. Either way, we're back to the action now, and it gives ATK a little bit of time to figure out a janky, cheeky strat if they want to go for something here, something a little out of the works. Try and put a spanner in the works here for Brazen, who are galloping in towards apartments right now. Scout for Bowden, MP9 for Fady. MOTM has himself a FAMAS. That's the best gun, theoretically, they have in terms of firepower on ATK. But the Scout from Bowden can do a lot of damage. He can get some kills, too. He doesn't do too much damage, but there, the repeat takes Grape down to 28. He will burn alive. Fady now on site, just biding his time. There's a little bit of distraction being run as well by the cap player, MOTM, but he's down. Fady 1, missed him another. Down to a 2v3, the bomb not down, but down goes one. Fady trying to stay alive, trying to hold the line. Messa Me Duck comes in and finishes the job. 2-0 now for Brazen. The force buy goes awry for ATK. They won't invest too much into this next round, but at the very least, Fady should have enough for an op to drop over to Bowden in the next.
Yeah, but pretty big round though. I mean, Brazen's able to pick it up. Yes, sure, that's fine. But man, they lost 3 people. So I mean, again, it affects that money system. But they're going to be able to rifle up. They're going to have enough in here. Missed them though. Going to put all the pressure in the world. Grape's going to be able to do it. Darty though with a double. He's able to just plow here in middle. They're going to be annihilated now in ATK. Just on the scraps here with a USP with a flash, and now just a deagle, leaving it to Fady alone. This is just turning into be a bit of a mop-up. Fady with 1 before his demise. We got ourselves a nice 3-0, and Brazen now, they're going to get tested with the full rifles.
Full rifles coming out, and the op should be in the hands of Bowden. They could even double up ATK, so good economic management there. Bowden can get a little bit of utility along with it. Also, love ragdoll physics in this game. Just, it's that charm, you know?
Oh, it's so much better. I love when you just get those shots and they just like fly. They just go to a whole new universe. You're like, where on earth is that thing going?
Yep, just, alright, into the next dimension. See you later.
And goodbye.
And
Ooh,
goodbye, dangerous! Nice opening there for Bowden, not really blinded by that flash at all. And he's still hungry for more, goes over top the ticket booth, and he'll knock down a second pin. Falls away, has some utility, but the rotations are already here from ATK. There's all 5 CT players positioned for this hold. MOTM spams away for 2, he will burn, but that is a trade he will take every day of the week. And he'll take him to hell with him. Grape the last alive, stuck back towards ramp. You should not be too long for this world. A smoke will just go and guise him off. And Laz, the gap might not even get him a kill.
All right, there he goes. He's done. Just spraying frantically, and it's just going to be MOTM that gets taken out. So a good round from ATK. I mean, again, only losing 1 casualty. They got plenty of money. They can get him back with a gun right back on the board. But You're going to be able to see a little bit of a forced purchase coming in here in some degree from some of the players from Brazen, but Darty does have a lot of money just built up in that bank account. Op's going to be purchased on top of this as well, so we'll have to see what they can do. And the utility's a little lackluster. You only got 3 smokes to work with. You can see OMOTM, he's already pushed up onto the catwalk. They got some good aggression. The double stack though from Grape, this could be big, but they're both kind of doing their own little leaning towers. We'll see which one's going to be able to slide on through the jump boost. He's fully blind. There's a little bit of that timing that comes in from MOTM. But he's made it across now, and the smoke's coming in. And Brazen, you can see they're getting that mid control slowly and surely, but they still have that contention of connector to fight against.
Yeah, it's a good triple up mid here from ATK. They also have some advanced positioning in apartments from Fady and Ramp from Mistim, giving them the confidence to go for these kinds of pushes. That's why they're able to get that pincer in on mid, which has now collapsed. MOTM retreating back towards B. I believe Fady had some sort of an inkling to spray in towards apartments, cueing him into the fact that there could be some players in his vicinity. Odin with that souvenir off Desert Hydra that he unboxed, actually. Didn't have to buy that one. That's a lucky piece. A great skin right there is going to try and find a victim. Grapes just clearing on up, leading the charge with the op, interestingly enough. A double up in snipers now too, trying to make sure that the op doesn't get overwhelmed. MOTM now leaving that angle and retreating back to the A side proper. Bowden joining him. A complete abandonment of the middle area of the map. It's a bit of a gamble, but with Fady pushing through underpass, it makes sense. They're somewhat ready for it. A cursory angle being held by Grape, but he's down. Bowden drops another, but he is traded back nicely. Mesamita trying to grab a second, gets tagged down and finished off. Mistim chimes in as well. It's all down to Darty, and he is done dirty by Swisher. Double for him, double for him in the round, and another relatively clean gun round coming in from ATK. Now Brazen have come to the end of their bank. They force, they save, do they have? If they don't buy anything here, they should be able to get full guns into round number 7. It's always a bit of a risk.
Yeah, it can be the risk, but again, they're just going to go for the pistols. Light utility that's going to be purchased. Actually, no utility is going to be purchased, so what am I talking about? They're not even doing anything. They're just going to run and gun and see what they can do. They're going to get ready for the B pop, potentially. Waiting things out. He's going to come in deep. That's actually just going to love tap Darty just a little bit. Nothing too much to worry about. Swisher going to be hot potatoing with the HE again. So Fady getting another crack at this. He does spot the players, so now they know. The jig is fully up. The more damage is going to be inflicted. So now this could be the mop up, but it's going to be Fady first. Can he be able to find a little bit more? Now Brazen just going to slow things down. MOTM already pushed underpass. They're just getting completely sandwiched, and oh, this is looking just a little too treacherous right now here, Boggs.
I mean, it's not a round you could really expect Brazen to win, considering the fact that they only have Glocks, a couple of upgraded pistols, a Dig and Tech 9. Like, it's not a round you can really count on them to win. Although we did see a full Glock round 1 last week. But in the grand scheme of things, this is a round Brazen are just gonna have to put behind them, maybe even use it as a bit of a tactical timeout and talk things over for the next round. But ATK, the way they're taking map control from Brazen is going to be a big problem for Brazen to deal with down the line. The way that ATK are not afraid to take angles, the way that MOTM's like, alright, nothing in middle, cool. I'm just gonna drop down and set underpass because we have information that there's a couple of guys in apartments. You're not getting by me here. Pressure coming in towards T-Ramp or Palace as well. The way that ATK is filling those gaps like a sponge. They're just soaking up every bit of map control they can and not giving Brazen anywhere to breathe.
And this is where ATK thrive. I mean, their CT side is where they just put up big numbers. This is what we saw earlier on here on the B stream too. So we'll have to see how much rounds they can gain. And Bowden actually switching up his position. And look at that. There you go. It's able to find 2. MOTM's able to pick up and suck and kill now. Leaving it just down to Darty and Resu by themselves. A 2-on-5 situation. You got Swisher down to 41. MOTM down to the 21. They're asking a lot here. Swisher just goes for a dry peek. He's able to win that fight. This could be a flawless round that we see from ATK. And now they put themselves in the lead too.
The flawless round against the guns. Resetting Brazen again. It's going to be pistols up from Brazen here. But again, their map pick. Granted, their T-side statistics on this map aren't the best, only winning about 33.3% of the time, or quite literally 1/3. But still, it doesn't seem to be enough right now from Brazen. They got the pistol round, they got the next 2. But since the guns have come from ATK, there's been no breathing room, there's been no ground gained. There really hasn't been a close round. It hasn't come down to a clutch or anything like that. it's been smooth sailing for the ATK side, and it hasn't just been a one-man show either. Everyone's had a moment. MOTM, Swisher, Fady, Mistum, Bowden, of course, with the op. And it's a good team performance coming in from ATK right now to shut down Brazen's T side. Eagles and Glocks and get in the hands of the T side, trying to get something done. A couple of armor pieces on Rezu and Darty. But that's a messy engagement out towards underpass stairs and an AK upgrade for Brazen. Now there's a potential for danger. MOTM isn't able to finish off Mesamidak.
Yeah, now there's even some players that have made it across on the catwalk too, so some good positioning gained here for Brazen, but they're gonna have to see what they can work Dangerous. He's the one player with that AK. Does have the molly ready to go as well, and now it looks like they're actually just gonna go for the B pop, which does kind of just leave it down to Swisher by himself. You got the rotate there of MOTM close by in the market. Now he's gonna get closer into the site, so they both will be conjoined almost close to the hip. Flash gonna come in the jump spot. Now he's been able to get that information. The intel is gained, and now they're just going to press on through. It's looking like a little bit of a meat grinder. Never mind. It's not going to be that fine. It's going to be dangerous to open up this site now. Who needs an AK when you can get a deagle? They get the bomb planted, and now, just like that, just with 2 kills alone, ATK, they got to save this.
The reason I think they're saving is not so much as it's economic for them, but more so they don't want to give the op the extra AK over to Brazen. And already Brazen's going to have 3 guns into the next round. Sure, they probably can get an op as well. But for ATK, why give them a free op? Why give them full equipment into the next round? Let's go back to that entry from Dane. That is perfect. The double peek going in onto MOTM, who runs out of ammunition, takes the fight onto the window player, not the more immediate threat on the balcony. Then the deagle shot onto the player get right. That opens up the site. That's bomb down. That's round for Brazen at that point. ATK don't want to contest. That's the danger of the pistols. That's the danger of going too aggressive against the pistols too. Giving that opening pick, Fady going down towards understairs, gives Brazen a lot more confidence to be very brazen in that kind of a take. And also gives them that extra firepower, that extra confidence behind that AK, that hey, we don't just have deagles and Glocks anymore, we got a gun too we can use to take down some people in multi-frags.
It's a good breakdown, Bugs. I like it. I like when you get a little analytical, you know? I like it. It's good. We need more of that. But you know what we need more of? Is aggression. And look at this. Swisher's already been able to push up into or top of middle almost pretty much, but he hasn't made it across, so you can see both Grape and Darty, I believe, are just kind of waiting there. They're expecting something, but ATK, they have that mid control, so they have some pretty good information to work with for the time being, but now flashes are going to come in, Bowden's going to be able to communicate this, and Bowden puts the big green to work. He's able to get the first opener, looking to see what else he can do, and Swisher's close on by to help him. The molly gonna flush out Bowden, but Swisher, the surprise attack's able to find another kill. That's what we talked about with that mid control. Just him able to float around like that. He's able to get himself a big kill. Dane's gonna get taken down Fady, sorry, but he gets taken to 22, so he's taking a lot of sacrifice for this.
That's a big chunk of damage to take for just 1 kill, and it doesn't even completely open the site. MOTM is rotated over, and there's also Swisher up on catwalk now. Bowden sitting top mid. There's not much room for Brazen to work right now. MOTM ready to line them up and knock them down. Bomb gets dropped. Might have been heard by Swisher, but most likely not. Swisher might have actually heard that. He's going to push up forward, be the one to get the 2 kills. Not quite the hat trick yet. Looking for 1 more. Dane's on 5 HP now as he gets tagged from the spam. Swisher, nade next in line. Tosses it in way too far. Dane has gone all the way back towards stairs. Tosses the smoke and is just going to try and stay alive here. But Mistum's on the hunt, and if Dane goes down after time, he still has the money to buy, luckily for him. It's still not going to be a pretty economic situation. Down he goes as MOTM jumps over the ledge. Chuck Norris style. It's going to be 5-4 now. Should be another buy, though, from Brazen, although Mesamidak will be limited in terms of firepower. ATK still have to be wary of what Brazen have to bring forth.
Yeah, and they're having such a tough time getting that bomb down too, so I mean, it's just not making it easy for them. And I mean, if they get the bomb plant money, that helps a little bit, right? But we'll have to see what they do a little bit differently. ATK again putting 3 players towards catwalk in middle, putting a lot of that pressure on MOTM. He's already been able to get himself boosted on the cat, so he's got a really good aggressive position to win that opening duel. You can see now Brazen's just still floating the idea of what to do. The bomb's still inside of T spawn, and looks like a little bit of a maybe a miscomm, or they're figuring out what do we really want to do, guys. Like, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? And smoke's gonna come into window, so that's gonna block off Swisher for the time being. It's gonna be the A pop, and you can see Mistim's playing very aggressive, so kind of being that one anchor for now. But if he can stay alive and at least get a kill, if he gets 2, I mean, he's done his job already. 1 is the bare minimum, but if he gets more than that, I mean, this is just gonna stomp the aggression here from Brazen.
I think he probably wants 2. 1 might not be enough, as it could give enough site control. Although the rotations now coming in means he can go 1 and done with relative ease, not really going to bother them too much. And in sandwich too, he's in a good spot to take down a couple. Bowden swung, but Messamita with the deagle is going to be the one to take down the sandwich player. MOTM drops in and finishes off the aforementioned T, who actually does get 2 on the round. Another question coming to that was why did Messamita only have a deagle and armor and stay above 2K? Why did he stay at 2K when the rest of his team full bot?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get that one.
Maybe nerves, maybe jitters. You know, I don't know. You know, he's just figuring things out.
Yeah, maybe it was save for the op. That could be the call, or
could be the call.
Might have actually dropped a couple of pistols over this round. That could have been what they did there. See, everyone's now above that 2K marker at it, and he's a considerable amount lower than he probably should have been otherwise. So.
Oh my gosh, and he's just going a headhunter against Great, man. Just squashes him a bit. He's down to 65. Oh, you hate it. You hate to see it.
Tech 9's a lawnmower.
Oh man, it really is. Get a good trim. Get a Tech 9.
Yep.
Look at this repositioning though. A little bit of cat and mouse inside the dark hole. They're like, all right, well, let's mix things around here. Let's figure out what we want to do. Double players already in B. So again, just leaving Mistim by themselves inside of A. You have MOTM close by in connector, but I like this double stack. Grape, looking to see what he can find. Oh, this timing. He's looking away, and Swisher. Oh man, takes it away. And there is a great shot from Rezu. Gonna need a little bit more than that. And it's only a 1 and done for him. And double deagles now ready to see what they can do. The bombs drop, so both these players are not in a tradable position. Mistim's able to clean that one up. All down to the duck, the lonely duck. It's not going to be a mighty duck, and it's a 7-4 scoreline, Boggs.
Maybe Brazen should try the flying V next deco round. They got 5, it should work. Keep the bomb in the middle, 2 point, 2 on the side, you know, run down mid. What can go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Famous last words.
Ugh.
Back to touch on the point, though, that you mentioned about Odin and Swisher playing that little ring-around game, rotating around, taking the different spots. It's very fluid how ATK is playing the CT side, and it's really enjoyable to watch, but there goes Dane on a spawn-based op play, picking off Fady, who hasn't exactly had the best of luck out towards B apartments. In the meantime, Mistim's trying to gain ground out towards T ramp. But with that opening pick, Brazen have been decently successful in playing with the man advantage. So I'm curious to see how they want to build off of this round, and ATK haven't really had a response just yet. Brazen, there's a lot of opportunity for them in this round. They still have a good amount of utility as well, and Rezu's waiting for that push towards ramp. Mistim is to be very careful if he elects to go through. Brazen have set themselves up for a 5th.
Yeah, especially taking down Fady. This is a good pickup. You can see the nades are coming in, so they got a bit more mid control for the time being. So Connector's going to be smoked on top. So allows them to get in on top of Cap, but you still have, I believe that's Swisher that's just kind of floating around. And he's just going to hang out close on by, but he's actually going to backpedal. He's going to release this aggression. And now you can see Brazen, they're actually going to try to crunch A now. They got the double player, 1 in Palace, 1 on ramp, and they got the others in Connector. Mistim gives his presence known, not able to get this kill. Trying to see what he can do, but that's going to be the bomb drop, so that's already a good start. Spamming away, but it's going to be return kills coming back. A 2v1 situation. Brazen now in the advantage. MOTM coming from the backlines, Boggs.
Coming down to last week's challenger of the week, MOTM with a flash and an M4A1. He's a wizard with this gun, and he's going to try and make some magic grapes in the open. Rezu might not be able to stop this peek. He spotted both. He knows who they are, but he cannot take down the op. Tosses in the flash. Grapes on 22 HP up the ladder. MOTM hears it. He spots the gun. He has the kill. He'll grab the op, and he'll get the defuse. ATK off the back of an MOTM 1v2. We're going to pick up an 8th and secure the half at the very least. Despite the best efforts of Brazen, lots of good trades going on to that initial execute onto the site. They just weren't able to put it to bed in the end. Bit unlucky there for Brazen. But ATK, they have multiple players that can rely on in the clutch. The likes of Swisher, MOTM, and Fady. Not to mention Bowden as well. It's MOTM take his place at the top of the scoreboard this time. Guns back in the hands of Brazen off the back of the bomb plant. Still, time is starting to tick in this half. It's getting down to the last 3 rounds. And you have to wonder, is 4 enough for Brazen?
Yeah, it's a big question. And again, ATK, this is where they thrive. This is what I kind of mentioned earlier on in the series, or the first part of this map, is that this is the CT side. This is where they really shine, and this is what we saw, you know, what is it, last week or the week before here on the B stream? But we'll have to see what else they can do. And Brazen can pick up another round or two. This could be a good conversion over for the CT for them. And this is, again, a limited amount of utility available here for them. A lot more hesitation on what to do. And we can actually see, again, the ATK have put their presence right back onto middle, so you do have Swisher and also MOTM playing very aggressive on the catwalk. But now the bomb, it's going to make its advancement. It's going to go all the way back through T-spawn, ready to go back for that A site, but now it's a double player stack here. So you got both Mistim and Bowden. Bowden just playing on the ticket. He's going to make sure to see everybody's got their tickets punched, but Mistim's going to be able to find that first kill, and now they're going for it, Boggs, and there you go. It's just already stopping like a hammer.
Oh, they're caught between a hammer and an anvil. The anvil being Mistim and the hammer being Bowden. It's all down to Messameduk jumping around, making all the noise in the world, taken down to 2 HP. Could still find Fady, though, who's jumping around the sawhorses. Messameduk going back into con and shut down here. Fady, the last one to get the kill. But it's just all pain all day going the way of ATK onto Brazen, who will have enough for a cursory buy if they want to go for it. It looks like they're going to go for full buy now. I think they were debating going for the half or not, but they are kind of desperate now, Brazen. They have a bit of a necessity to get at least one more round here. Not want to let it go to 11-4. MOTM the one to make the cat jump. Post up, shoot down one. Nade will follow, but Rezu's dropped Swisher in the meantime. This round still has some legs to stand on for Brazen. Could always pick up that M4. Swisher dropped. Still. He's positioned with the bomb! That's the bomb! Does he even know it? Does he know the bomb has dropped down the stairs? I think he does. Yeah, he's pushing it. He knows. Bowden's got the one way. Oh, this is an angle.
Oh, this is filthy. This is so filthy. I was wondering if he was going to be able to spot that bomb, but he did. So you can see this player that's incoming. That's going to be great. He's like, oh, it's smoked up. I'm fine. Oh, but no, Bowden! Oh, he misses the shot! Oh, he misses it! And Duck's going to be able to survive. Takes down MOTM. He's down to 2 HP. Bowden not able to find it, so he's actually going to just fall off on this plan. Bomb will be picked back up here from Rezu. It's an even footing, but you can see Messameduk is limping. Just figuring out what to do. Surviving with 2 HP. Missed him, just locking down the site again. Able to do some good damage. The nade's coming through. It's going to not do any damage. It's only going to do 2. Fady's able to find another kill. Now leaving it just down to the one lonely duck. 2 HP in a dream and 30 seconds to go, Boggs. I don't know. Has he been counting his blessing stars right now?
Ducks aren't supposed to fly alone, man.
We're a pack.
We're a unit. And on 2 HP, it's nigh impossible clutch, especially on Mirage. Timeout being called. I'm gonna guess this is by Brazen. Let me double check on that one. Yeah, it's a Brazen timeout. Still, off of the back of pistol, Brazen won 2 more. If you take away the pistol round and its ensuing rounds, Brazen have won 1 round in even play. And that's a problem. It's a big problem.
Mm-hmm. Even
just
when
enough.
Brazen seemed to... It's not, no, and that's the thing is when Brazen picks up that first kill, even when they win the opening duel, it's not even a guaranteed round. Like, there's been a couple times where we see them pick up an early kill, like, okay, they got themselves the advantage, but then you have someone from ATK just picking up a multi-kill round, and man, it just gets kiboshed. It just gets annihilated, and Brazen just cannot seem to catch a break.
Are they gonna go for a B rush? They're gonna run it?
Oh, yes.
No, they're slowing down, but it's a deep molly. They're gonna sit behind it, maybe roast some marshmallows while they're at it. Bowden's taking the aggressive angle, though. Bowden wants these kills in the windowsill. He's gonna get one drop off Darty's tag. The smoke goes out, the nade connects, Swisher drops another. It's down to 1 as Bowden strikes for a second, and he will not get the hat trick just yet. Will get finished off by Rezu, but MOTM's up the stairs, shuts it down, 11-4. We'll see you for half 2. Brazen got off the block fast and furious, up to a 3-0 lead, but once the guns came out and the playing field leveled, ATK went on our run 11-1 to wrap up the half. They sit with a 7-round lead going into half number 2. I'm Boggs, joined by Laz. ATK now on the attack. Couple flashes for Swisher, a Molotov for Fady, and they execute on the cards. Lots of players here, though, from Brazen 3 to be precise. And they're ready, not blind as Rezu, and Dane's got his back. Grape chimes in, Fady with one, missed him with another, but it's all down to Swisher. And it's all down to Swisher, but he might at the very least be able to get a bomb plant here. The last 2 TCT players from Brazen are so far removed.
He's going back.
Swisher has elected to fade away. He's running back, he's posting up. He might even be going into Palace. He might have just big-brained himself.
I think he did. I was thinking he was going to go all the way around, maybe go for a B plant. I was thinking, yeah, maybe a bit risky. They might expect it, but now he's just hoping that Brazen, they're going to kind of fall off this position, burn the clock a little bit. Oh, wow, he's really just, wow, he's committing to this. Okay, so he's got the information. One player at least is on jungle side or bottom of stairs. Now it makes me wonder if he's actually going to go all the way back. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he's just going to run it. I mean, you would hope that he's just going to go for the B plan, right? I mean, that would surely be the best thing for him to do. Okay, looks like yes, he will. All right, I was thinking, if you big-brain it again, Swisher, I don't know what we're going to do here.
He's still kind of big-braining with this walking right now. And Brazen are staying with the buddy system. It's a wise decision considering that they know Swisher's been tagged at least a little bit. And since he was the guy throwing utility, chances are he doesn't have armor. Look at the plant at the very least, and that's enough for a T side. Swisher, plant the bomb, buddy. There you go. I was getting a little nervous as I see the time ticking down. Wants to make sure his sight's clear. They're gonna split up on the retake. They're gonna go one through Market, one through Cat. Or are they both gonna go? They're both gonna go Cat. Darty missing the jump though. It's gonna cost some time. Semita as a nade that could take down Swisher. That could put him down. Will they expect him in apartments? That's the other question. Will they clear through Market? Will they clear through Swisher? He spotted them both.
What?
He knows where they are.
What are you doing?
He just has to buy time. He has to make sure Dane doesn't get, or Darty doesn't get the defuse. A flash is gonna go out. Darty's holding the bomb, but Swisher swings. He's got it. He might have just won the round. It doesn't matter that he died. He has the time. He has the explosion. He has a 12 for ATK.
Oh my god. Oh, the big brain. He's the mastermind. Pinky in the brain. I thought he was done. I thought he was dead to rights. But the fact that he's able to get that kill and able to throw that flash saved his life. You could just see there was no way. I think it was Darty. He had no vision at all. He was just fully blind. But I mean, it must have been a misclick that he went on the burst fire. Like, surely he didn't want to engage a burst fire fight in that kind of an angle. Oh.
You never know. Burst fire Glock is kind of good for those kind of low HP situations. You aim towards the chest and the recoil carries it up to a headshot.
Oh,
you get the body damage to secure the kill.
What? There's no silencer on his USP. What is going on?
Rezu?
Use a P2K.
Okay? Yeah.
Like this is like, what are you doing?
I'm a P2K user. Crucify me
you
for
are.
it. But I don't use unscoped or unsilenced USPs. I'm not that crazy.
Yeah, it's like having the A1S. You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna take the silencer off. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's useless.
I love the ace stack here, though. This is such a good vision.
This is a great stack.
Like the triple stack, we get the spawn stack. It's just a great look, great overview there, too. And ATK are walking into this trap, and the jaws will shut very quickly if they don't probe. They're not probing. They're full smoke execing. And they are potentially in a very big world of hurt as the push comes in. MOTM doesn't care. Swisher doesn't either. He's sprayed away for 2. MOTM with another, and Bowden with the recap. 13-4 in the stack. Does some damage, but overall was a lot less lethal than it could have been.
Yeah, it was a creative stack. I really like that because you can see the 2 players were just on top of triple, having the A ramp being looked, and then the top ticket, right? You get the connector watch. It was a good little cheeky setup. I like that mixture. It's something we don't really see too often on the save rounds, and it's a good mix-up. I think it's the right idea. Just didn't really pan out at all for them. They weren't even able to get a kill, but hey, nonetheless, they got themselves some rifles. They got themselves some guns, and this is a big test, and they need this round to kind of swing things around in their favor. It's going to be the 1-3-1. Bomb's going to be left on the back stairs of B apartments, or B halls if you want to call it that way, but they're just going to wait things out, and ATK expecting some aggression here from Brazen. They're just going to default this up, and now they've given up their composition again here, Boggs. They've actually switched this up again.
It's another heavy A play, though, from Brazen. They seem to be favoring this side of the map. Now they'll put a little control in the middle. The smoke towards Sniper's Nest and the flashes might give them a little more of a reason to. Mistim's crossed to stack boxes. Dane now starting to take that control towards ramp. ATK still working around towards the A site, doing Palace and Molotov into hell. Not gonna burn anybody alive this time though. Mistim around the smoke. Rezu aiming high, could flick down though. Now he's ready for it. Mistim around. Shadow shows and he's gone. Out comes the push, but does not come the kill. Dane in hell sprays away, and it's all going the way of Brazen. Bowden only with 1 paltry answer, and Brazen hold it strong. They hold it well. They will not falter yet. A critical round at a critical juncture gives them life and a rock to stand on. Will they be able to build more out of this? Will they be able to build a foundation and eventually a house? Maybe even a castle? Take it 1 round at a time. Stack them on the board.
There's a good purchase here from ATK too, because like what we saw the other week was that, you know, even with the Galils, they're still able to inflict a lot of damage. They're able to do some good work with it. Bowden actually gonna have the Kriego too. But it's gonna be Mistim taken out right away. That was a nade plus the spray that comes in through with Rezu. So a nice combination. Dangerous getting some dangerous territory. He's already taken down to 16. You can already see Swisher being a bit of that lurk on the A ramp. Some decent positioning, and there you go. Fade, he's able to get a good shot. Gonna put him to sleep, and now back to an even footing of a 4-4. But it's not even that much of an advantage here for ATK. I mean, they got the more HP here, Boggs, but now they got themselves in the sight. So you see Brazen, they're gonna get ready for that retake situation.
Yeah, it's time for the retake to get set up for Brazen, and a Krieg is out for Bowden. We'll see if he's able to tap away, get those headshots, as the spray is a little more unruly than it used to be. Dane in towards CT, Grapes there as well, and Darty's grouping up too. Only one's going to come in on the sandwich. That's going to be Messameduk. Rely heavily on the likes of Day to destroy Bowden like that. MO team responds nicely though. Still stuck in sandwich, swings out. Fady's got another. It's all down to Messameduk, and his spray goes astray. Swisher with the finisher, and it's going to be 14-5. ATK. 2 rounds away from taking Brazen's map pick. Going onto one of their own best maps of Dust 2 as map 2. Force up from Brazen, a scout for Grape, an MP9 on 2, an M4 on Messameduk, Dane on the FAMAS, and there's a distinct lack of something critical, my friend. 4 players with the capability of buying a kit if they forego a helmet. There is no diffuser.
Oh man. Not what you want. You know what? Maybe it doesn't matter. Alright, never mind. It's only gonna be 1. That's a good kill. Takes down Fady. Swisher gonna get the molly. That's gonna flush out Dane. That's gonna be a flash on top. He's able to get his new position. Swisher, good shot. The fade away. Drop down. Drop it like it's hot. And now it's gonna be Messameduk. He's just gonna be close on by. He's got this one player close on. It's gonna be Bowden. And there you go. Peekaboo. He's gonna take him out. Bodies are dropping. Brazen down to only 2. It's an MP9 and a scout. Do you really try to save these? But at this point, they don't have a whole lot to work with. They might just need to, Boggs.
I mean, what's their loss bonus going to be? 3rd round or 4th round? I think it's 3rd, right?
I think it's 3rd.
Yeah, you're better off saving it than getting 2,900 to buy it to the next round. They already won't have the scout on Grape. I mean, he can get a glass cannon scout, maybe with some vest and a little bit of utility, but it's not going to be pretty for Brazen. It's going to be pretty rough for them going to the next round. Darty will be a bit of a shining light in terms of saving an MP9. But the fact that that's your best thing, that's your silver lining, is an MP9 and a smoke and armor saved. It's a bad position to be in if you're Brazen. ATK are only going to get more and more aggressive, more and more confident as these rounds go piled up in their side. And it's 3 rounds to the price of 1 that ATK have won.
Well, map point we are here for ATK. And if we see Brazen try to do the unthinkable, it's going to be 10 rounds in a row to push to overtime. And they have scraped the bucket with what they can purchase. FAMAS with 1 smoke. No diffuser. They only got 2 kits available on the players of the 5. We'll be seeing a different composition here from the CT side. A 2-2-1 this time, whereas typically they like to put that lean on the middle, but they're not going to do it as heavy as they have before. And even now, ATK, they're waiting things out. Again, a bit of a default setup where they just like to test things out, you know. Get the toes in the water, you know, make sure it's not too hot, not too cold.
Get in the Goldilocks zone, eh?
It is.
Lots of mid control by ATK, and a wise decision knowing that there's probably not going to be too much in terms of ranged weaponry for Brazen. FAMAS's Deagle and the Glass Cannon Scout on Dane. But a B take potentially on the cards from ATK. A lot of pressure through halls right now. Bowden's the one at point. Fady's on the lurk, trying to be a bit of a pivot player. Draw the rotation, get a couple of kills, but look at Grape's positioning now. He's back towards T-spawn. Fady's getting chunked out a little bit. Blind Darty will finish off MOTM, who goes into his demise. Bowden swings out, though. Answers onto 1. Swisher's got another. Bomb can go down. The rotation's coming back. Missed him trying to do what he can, but Fady has fallen 3v3. Health is favoring Brazen, but the firepower favors ATK. Bomb now ticking away as well. A Molotov and a flashbang for the T utility. Double flashes for CT side. Scout shot doesn't connect for Dane. And Bowden's lucky to be with his full HP. As soon as the Molotov fades, Rezu can charge forward. Dane will exchange broadsides. Rezu wins the duel. Here comes the chance. Here's the opportunity. But it's down to a 2v2. Grape in apartments. Bowden keeping an eye on things. Bowden, great. Bowden wins it. All down to Dane's scout. He has 1 shot on the other side. It is Swisher. It is ATK. It is 16-5.